Here are 3 must-have accessories for the iPad mini 6. Hey guys, what's up? It's Henna. Today I'm going to be showing you guys 3 must-have accessories for the new iPad mini 6. Number 1. So first thing is a case. I wanted to grab a case just because in the past I've always had issues with dropping things like my phone, and I knew that I didn't want that to happen to my new iPad. So having a case, of course, would protect things like the edges as well as the front and the back. So as well as protecting it from damage, a case will keep my iPad in pristine condition just in case I want to sell my iPad in the future. So what case did I buy? I actually bought 2, but let's start with this one. This is the ProCase case that I actually bought from Amazon. It's actually quite heavy even without the iPad. I don't have the iPad in there just yet. I'll show you guys the inside. This one actually comes with a detachable magnetic keyboard, as you can see. Obviously the iPad goes right here, but not like this because it's actually upside down. See where the little camera hole is here. So like I mentioned, it's a detachable keyboard and it's magnetic, which is actually really good for, you know, people that are traveling or on the go, taking some notes. You can have the keyboard here and type, or you can take it off, where you have a bit more room and type like this. So that's a pretty cool feature. 3 different angles for whatever position that you want. And this keyboard actually connects via Bluetooth. All right, so let's get this thing on. So now I have it on. Although having the keyboard in the case would make it compact, I still feel like it would make it too clunky for me. Okay, so let's set up the keyboard. Put this on this angle here, give it enough space. So we'll first try it on with it stuck to the case here. Let's pull up some notes so we can test this out. Also want to mention that while pressing this, the screen is very flimsy, as you guys can see actually, but I don't really like that. You want something to be stiff, obviously, while you're using the iPad and not feeling like it's moving all over the place. So we're gonna pull up the notes and we're gonna try out this keyboard. All right, let me get in the right position because just putting my hands here already is a little bit awkward just because it's so tiny. It's so cute, but I'm not sure how practical it actually is. So if I start, oh, I didn't even turn it on. I have already connected this via Bluetooth, so it should just turn on when I put the little button on. Let's test this out. Yep, it's working. Okay, so let's start typing and see how this feels. Okay, it's pretty responsive. However, if you are used to, it's really hard to talk and type at the same time. But if you are used to typing on normal size keyboards, you're probably gonna find that it's actually really awkward because, as you guys can see, my hands are way too close together. It just feels really strange. This makes it so easy to mistype. I feel really weird to close this on the screen. I feel like it's gonna scratch it, but obviously it's meant to be like that. Super heavy. It feels like pretty sturdy though. We should do a test without the keyboard in case you want to travel with the keyboard separately. Without the keyboard, it's very loose. It doesn't feel sturdy at all. So this isn't really my favorite. So the second case I bought is also actually from ProCase, which I bought from Amazon, but it doesn't come with the keyboard. It's just a regular case, which I feel like I already like because it's super lightweight, easy to travel with, which is great. Okay, so we have it in the case now. I'm gonna close it up. This one actually feels like premium quality, even though it's from the same brand, and it's actually cheaper in price, but that's probably because the other one comes with a keyboard. I'm really loving how light it feels. It feels like I haven't added much more weight to the iPad. We're just gonna do the same kind of test as we did on the other one. This one comes with only 2 angles which is not the biggest deal. The other one came out further. You guys can see it's very sturdy. It's not flopping around like the other one. So that's 2 thumbs up from me. So who are they for? So the ProCase with the keyboard would be great for people that are constantly traveling, people that are on the go, on the train, and that need a compact design which also allows them to type. But to be honest, I don't see myself needing a keyboard, but if I did in the future, personally, I would opt for the Logitech MX Keys Mini. That way I'd have a durable case as well as a great full-size keyboard where my hands aren't cramped together. Oh, and in case you're wondering why there's a bit of space on top of both of these, you're about to find out in my must-have number 2. The Apple Pencil. So originally I wasn't sure if I needed to get this just because I'm not an artist, but I wanted to grab it anyways just to see what it's like and see if I actually could make use of it. As I was searching, I actually came across a more budget-friendly version, which is the Active Stylus Pen. So here we have the Apple Pencil, little Apple logo, and it has this flat edge as well, which is the magnetic side, which basically just sticks on the iPad like this. It's about the same size as the iPad, which is perfect. So let's see what this thing can do. If we pull up the pen menu bar here, we'll start off with this little icon. And basically, everything that we write out will turn to text. So this can be really useful for when you want to take some quick notes. Moving on, if we select the marker tool and, for example, we'll do a square here, it makes a perfect square. Just do some more shapes, give you guys more of an idea. But yeah, it's something pretty cool. Not sure what I would use it for, but it's a nice feature. Let's use the pencil. And this is where all you artists will fall in love with this feature. So basically, if we start just doing a little drawing here, as you guys can see, I have my pencil at an angle, and it starts shading just like a pencil. And depending on how much pressure I put on the pencil, it's gonna come out lighter or darker. So I don't really like what I did here, so I'm gonna erase it. But instead of pressing the eraser tool, I'm gonna double tap right here and it's gonna automatically select it. So the angle you hold the pencil at will reflect how much you actually are erasing. So I'm holding it upright like this, and as you guys can see, it's only really erasing a little bit, but if I put it on an angle, you can erase a lot more. So let's say I made a quick note earlier. Okay, remember to do laundry, but I didn't have time to write it out in text. What I can do is this. We're gonna select the select tool and make a circle around what we've written here. Press once, and we're gonna select copy as text and tap outside of the drawing area and then paste. And as you guys can see, it made it into text. Super cool. So what happens when you use your Apple Pencil and a text field such as a search bar? For example, we're going to search YouTube, but we're gonna leave a little space here and I'll show you guys why. As you guys can see, it's transformed it to text, but obviously YouTube doesn't have a space in there. So we're gonna do a little line, and as you guys can see, it just put it all together. But actually, I didn't want to search for YouTube. I want to search for Spotify. So we're gonna get rid of this and just scribble over. As you guys can see, it's gone. Okay, so we're gonna search for Spotify, and we're gonna open that up. And now I'm gonna show you guys one of my favorite features of the Apple Pencil. If you swipe from the bottom right hand corner, it pulls up quick notes. And this is where you can just jot down a quick little note for later, and that'll be saved for when you want to come back to it. Let's move on to the Active Stylus Pen. For a fraction of the cost, you're getting something that literally looks almost identical to the Apple Pencil. I'll show you guys here. But you'll notice that the main difference is at the bottom, it has a little USB-C charging port. Unlike the Apple Pencil, when you attach it to the side, it doesn't actually charge it. It comes with the USB-C charging cable, so you'll just have to charge it on the side. It is a USB-C to USB charger, but I do wish that it was a USB-C to USB-C, because that way you would have been able to just plug it into your iPad and charge it while it's with you instead of charging it on the side, which is pretty inconvenient. It also comes with a glove or a half glove, which I actually think is for when you're like drawing, for example. You're gonna have your hand on here and it'll prevent it from basically moving the screen around, which is pretty clever. So I'm actually gonna keep it on for now. Let's see if this can do all the same things the Apple Pencil can do for a fraction of the cost. So let's go ahead and draw something. As you guys can see, nothing's actually working. And that is because we have to go into the settings and actually turn off this option. We're gonna go down to Apple Pencil and see where it says only draw with Apple Pencil. We need to turn that off. And that's because with that feature on, it doesn't allow anything else other than the Apple Pencil to draw. So if I wanted to draw with my fingers, it wouldn't actually work. And since this is third party, the iPad doesn't recognize it as an Apple Pencil. So that's why I had to turn it off. So I already know that this isn't compatible with doing the writing in the text field. So we're just gonna skip that part, but it can still do things like drawing shapes. What the? Drawing shapes. Oh, so I forgot. You actually have to turn it on. Just like a pen, you just tap the top. Oh, you tap the top, a little blue light comes on, which means it's on. All right, so back to this. We're gonna draw some shapes. Okay, as you can see, it still changes it to the perfect shapes that we want. We're gonna write some notes and copy that to text. Okay, I'm gonna use the select tool, make a little circle around it, tap, copy as text, and make sure that we tap outside of the drawing area. Okay, paste, and there you go. So that works the same, but the downsides for when you want to use the pencil tool, and for all my artists out there, no matter how lightly or hard I press on the pencil, it only has one strength. The same can be said for when I tilt the pencil. It doesn't do any of the shading that I showed you guys before. So which one should you get? Well, if you're an artist, it's a no-brainer. I would go for the Apple Pencil. You can benefit from the pressure options, the shading techniques, and I'm sure if you paired it with an app that's dedicated for art, you'll get the most out of the Apple Pencil. On the other hand, if you didn't care about all of that and you just wanted a stylus pen for your everyday use, like jotting down notes, or if you just didn't want to use your fingers one day, this will definitely do the job as well as cost you a fraction of the price. And it still snaps onto the side. Number three, must-have number 3 is a screen protector. I opted for the tempered glass, but you could also get the paper feel screen protector, which is great for artists who want more of like a realistic touch. I've never been any good at putting these on, so I'm gonna have to come up with a spell and magically make this happen. I'm on my Harry Potter book of spells, put in my name, itsHena, choose your wand core, obviously Phoenix Feather. What house do you belong to? Obviously Gryffindor. And we're gonna create my spell. What the hell? This is the spell power. Alright, so my spell for today is Beardus Maximus. So I guess we're gonna put a beard on my iPad instead of a screen protector. I mean, beards protect your face, right? So it should protect my iPad. Alright, let's do this. With the help of my Apple wand, Beardus Maximus. Beardus Maximus! Oh, it worked. So there you have it, guys. These are my 3 must-have accessories for the new iPad mini 6. Let me know in the comments if you think there's anything else that I needed to add, if you think I got it right, or if you think I got it completely wrong. Let me know, but until next time, hit the like button, subscribe, ring that bell, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Here it is. Maxima!